In the late 1600s, Japan was in turmoil as rival feudal lords fought for control of the country. Amidst this chaos, a mysterious figure emerged, known only as the Shadow Warrior. This ninja assassin struck fear into the hearts of lords and commoners alike, as he seemed to appear and disappear at will, leaving a trail of death in his wake. The Shadow Warrior's reputation grew as he took on a series of seemingly impossible missions. He infiltrated heavily guarded castles, assassinated powerful warlords, and stole valuable secrets. He was said to be able to walk on water, disappear in a puff of smoke, and even control the elements. His legend spread across the land, and so no one dared to stand against him. The warlords who once sought to use him for their own gain now trembled at a mere mention of his name. As quickly as he had appeared, the Shadow Warrior vanished, leaving behind only tales of his deadly deeds. To this day, no one knows the true identity of the Shadow Warrior, or if he was even a real person. Some say he was a ghost, others say a demon, but all agree that he was a force to be reckoned with, who changed the course of Japanese history forever. As the Shadow Warrior continued to ravage Japan, the warlords began to band together in an attempt to stop him. They pooled their resources and hired the best samurai Ronin to hunt him down. But no matter how many men they sent after him, the Shadow Warrior always. One day, the warlords received a letter written in blood and signed by the Shadow Warrior himself. In it, he taunted them for their inability to capture him and promised to continue his killing spree until they were all dead. The warlords were furious and redoubled their efforts to capture him. The Shadow Warrior's attacks became bolder, and he began to strike at the warlords in their own homes. One by one, they began to fall as the Shadow Warrior slipped past their guards and struck at the heart of their power. The lords were getting desperate, and they began to offer huge rewards for anyone who could capture the Shadow Warrior. Finally, one warlord, a man named Lord Kato, had had enough. He was determined to put an end to the Shadow Warrior's reign of terror once and for all. He gathered his best men and devised a trap to capture the assassin. He spread rumors that he had a valuable treasure hidden in his castle and that he would be away from home for several days. He hoped the Shadow Warrior would take a bait and come to steal the treasure. The Shadow Warrior, who had grown increasingly reckless, took the bait and snuck into Lord Kato's castle. But instead of treasure, he found himself surrounded by Kato's men, who had been waiting for him. The Shadow Warrior fought bravely, but he was outnumbered and outmatched. In the end, he was captured and brought before Lord Kato. But rather than killing him, Lord Kato had a different plan. He offered the Shadow Warrior a choice: serve him as his personal assassin or be executed. The Shadow Warrior, seeing no other way out, agreed to serve Lord Kato. For the next several years, the Shadow Warrior continued to serve Lord Kato, becoming one of the most feared and respected assassins in all of Japan. But even as he carried out Lord Kato's orders, he always kept one eye on the door, waiting for the day when he could escape and reclaim his freedom. Finally, the opportunity presented itself. Lord Kato sent him on a mission to assassinate in a faraway land. The Shadow Warrior disappeared and was never seen again. Some say he died on his mission, others say he started a new life under a new identity. But one thing was for sure: the Shadow Warrior's legacy lived on, as tales of his exploits continued to be passed down from generation to generation.